You're like, really weird. Let me explain. Here's a brain. Familiar? It's made of these guys and these guys. But these guys don't do very much, apart from keep you alive, which is kinda cool. But we'll ignore them anyways. Let's focus on these guys instead. That's a neuron. It has a tail, called an axon. You have a lot of neurons. How many? About 86 billion. But like 70 billion are locked up in the cerebellum, trying to make sure you don't fall down the stairs. That leaves like 16 billion for you subscribing? But wait, what even are you? You see, these guys are pretty stupid. Individually, they don't have thoughts or feelings or memories. They're kind of just there, zapping away and releasing chemicals to make their neighbours zap away and release even more chemicals. But zap enough and suddenly you're crying about how lonely you are. Whoa, how did that happen? Good question. Imagine each neuron as a pixel. Oh look, that one's blue, and that one's red. Not very useful. But zoom out, and now you have an image. Much more useful. This is known as an emergent property, meaning the whole is more than the sum of its parts. Because, that makes perfect sense. Remember those pixels? The image isn't in any one pixel. It's the result of all the pixels working together. Your brain is also a pretty good example. Take one neuron, and it's kinda useless. Take 86 billion neurons, let them talk to each other, and there you are. Still kinda useless. But at least you're aware. You know that you exist. That's what scientists call consciousness. And it comes in two flavors. The first one is access consciousness. This is the usable information your brain has to act upon. For example, I see a red balloon. That's a piece of information your brain can process and do something about. This type of consciousness is pretty simple. We understand it fairly well because it's connected to specific brain regions. The red balloon makes nerves in your retina and visual cortex light up, and we can map that activity. But then there's phenomenal consciousness. It's a tad harder. I lied. It's a lot harder. Let me explain. That's you. That's your friend. He has globophobia. That's your other friend. He has globophobia and erythrophobia. Now you see a red balloon. It lights up the same neurons in all three of you, but you stand there slightly confused. He's having a panic attack, and he's passed out on the floor. So, what happened? Phenomenal consciousness. This is our subjective reactions to the information our brain receives. In this case, it's how we feel about seeing the red balloon. The problem is, this isn't measurable. Somehow, the same neurons lighting up in all three people causes them all to feel different ways. That's confusing, but we have some theories. The best one is integrated information theory. Basically, it says consciousness is your brain squishing together a bunch of information. Put scientifically, consciousness is the amount of integrated information a system generates, with the system in this case being your brain. Some of that information will be your memories. If your friend was trapped in a room full of red balloons that started chanting sacrificial spells at his 6th birthday party, he may feel very differently about a red balloon compared to you. But wait, why are either of you even feeling anything at all? How do some chemicals and zaps become actual feelings? This is the hard problem of consciousness. No, literally, that's what it's called. Our neurons can zap away and release all the chemicals they want, but at what point does that become an actual experience full of love, dreams, and memories? Is it really all just electricity and chemicals? Maybe, maybe not. Enjoy your existential crisis, and subscribe, or else.